Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And the question we have to ask today is, what is up with our police force? And by police force, by extension, the entire justice system. Is it inept? Is it lazy? Is it corrupt? It's certainly not fit for purpose. And how do we know this? There are some 22,000 suspects that have ditched court appearances and are roaming free in this country. And we're not talking minor criminals here. We're talking crimes such as M and R. Why are the police not doing their job? Why are they not knocking on doors, arresting these people and getting them into court where they need to be? Let's have a look at this article and you decide. So, police let 22,000 suspects roam free. Fugitives accused of M, R and V fail to attend court, but officers are too busy to arrest them. Too busy doing what? Nobody knows. 22,000 suspects are on the loose after ditching their court appearances. Fugitives accused of crimes as serious as R and M remain at large. Many suspected criminals are even still residing at their given addresses. Now, when you have all these criminals that should be in front of the court and therefore ultimately a lot of them behind bars, and the police are just not going to the houses, knocking on the houses and arresting them, you have to ask, why do we pay taxes for a police force too fat and lazy to do their damn job? They're not protecting us and they're not bringing criminals to court. Many are thought to be at their given addresses, but police are too stretched to arrest them. The Mail investigation even managed to locate two suspects at their own homes. See, now you've got reporters doing the jobs of the police. Hard, difficult investigating jobs. Knocking on the door and going, "Are you Joe Smith?" "Yes, thank you." I mean, they didn't arrest him, obviously, because that's not their job. But it's not hard to locate these people. According to a former minister, these findings lay bare how shambolic our justice system has become. Legal experts say the punishments for failing to attend court were too light to act as a deterrent. The Freedom of Information request to 35 of the 43 forces in England and Wales showed that there were 22,345 failure to appear warrants for offences including M, R and serious assaulting. Some date back as far as 1980, and more than 2,000 relate to sort of very, very physical crimes. Again, you have to be careful with the algorithm here. According to the outstanding warrants, one was for a defendant accused of assaulting 4 police officers and destroying a police car in Slough in Berkshire. However, a Mail reporter found him in plain sight at his home in West London. The Freedom of Information data shows that more than 406 alleged S offenders are on the loose, with at least 11 M suspects. So out there are 11 suspected M's, and the police are doing nothing. Police know where they are, they know who they are, and they're not arresting them. Why have we got a police force? Why is the chief constable still in position of power? Ultimately, this could lead to the assault or M of people, innocent people, because the police haven't done their job. The police must be liable for this, the chief constables must be liable for this, and ultimately the Home Secretary must be liable for this. Police forces said the alleged suspects were not bailed after being charged with M. Instead, they fled after being arrested over lesser offences that was later upgraded. Ministry of Justice data from 10 years before the pandemic show that between 70 and 77,000 failure to appear warrants are issued each year. Former Home Affairs Minister David Mellor said it's not really acceptable for people to evade punishment by a court by the simple expedient of not turning up. You would expect in a properly run criminal justice system that failure to turn up would be immediately followed by a police visit, and the defendant would face the immediate loss of liberty before the case was properly dealt with. That is, I agree. If you don't turn up to your court case, they go around your house, they arrest you there and then, they put you in a jail, and they keep you there until your court case. The fact that little or nothing seems to be happening is a sure sign of the shambles with which our once much vaunted police and criminal justice system has descended into. I'm just not going to go too far deep into this because it does go on a bit. But effectively, we don't have a police force that's capable of doing its job. Why? Why are we putting up with this? Anyway, so I'll come up and round off. So it's not as though we don't have enough new crime But the 22,000 suspects of old crimes that still haven't even been addressed by the police because they can't be asked to go round, knock on their doors and arrest them. This is an ineptitude on a scale of horrifying proportions. Because, as I say, we're not talking minor crimes here. We're talking some serious, serious offences that could be repeated. And the police are doing nothing. Who's responsible? Who do we go and knock on the door of and say, sort this out? Because somebody needs to take hold of it and own it and correct it. And ultimately, it's got to be Priti Patel, the Home Secretary. Why is she not doing her job? Why is she not getting the chief constables in and banging their heads together and saying, sort this out or find new jobs? Anyway, I shall round there. If you like what you hear and see on the channel, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring the bell for future notifications. Leave a like, leave a comment, and until next time, stay safe, stay well, and goodbye.